Hey, baby. I was hoping today we could do something special. Sorry, I just got some bad news today. No, it's nothing. I'm just worried about someone and something. I'm not used to dealing with difficult times like this, but I'm glad I've got you, puppy. You help me feel like I'm alive, and I wanted to go back. Living in the past isn't healthy, so I'm going to live in the present and look forward. But that doesn't mean we can't revisit those fun things that we used to do. I miss it sometimes. Hell, I miss it all the time. Puppy, would you allow me to go and take you to the place where we met? Not there. Our first date, I guess you could say. The very first time. Way back when. I took you to the museum, didn't I? We got to see all those things. And, well, it didn't exactly go as planned. I was hoping to do a do-over. That maybe things could get better between us, and that the world, as crazy as it is, wouldn't be able to stop us, you know? I believe in us. I know we can do this. God, I'm making this sound like it's a mission, but it's anything but. Not that I don't enjoy those missions with you. It's just different. When it's on our own time, it makes me happy. Anytime I get to see you, I'm happy, but there's times when I want things to be better. When I get greedy for it. When I think to myself, I want to be a better boyfriend, better lover, better everything. I don't want the world to make us lose our hearts. All the negatives that happen. They hurt sometimes. Today's no exception. But the difference is, I'm not going to let it own my day. And I want you to be there with me. Because I want your day to be special too. I don't want anything else. You're enough for me. Puppy, I love you so much. And I want you to know, I won't let anything, not in a million years, nothing could make me love you less. We're like a fairy tale, you and I. One that never ceases. One that always has a new chapter being written. A book with endless pages. Endless possibilities. And I never want to see the end. I never want us to end. So much so that I think I've gotten a little more crazy lately. And, well, I hope you don't mind it too much. I'm a bit crazy for you. Though I don't think that comes as much of a surprise. I've been crazy for you, about you, with you forever. That's not like I ever wasn't. Don't you feel the same, though? It's different when it's you and I and not just us on our own. It feels refreshing. Every time I get to hold your hand, that warmth that I feel, that wonderful feeling when I can smile with you and I make you smile too. Even when I want to cry, you help me find something I was missing, something that makes me feel so loved, so warm, fuzzy, and happy. You make me feel happy. I love you, puppy. So please, let me spoil you. Let me spoil you endlessly. Because even then, it would never be enough. I'll never be satisfied. And that's what I like about us. We may have our moments of nervousness, of doubt, or maybe even of struggle. But we never stop striving for those dreams that mean so much to us. You remember this? It's been a while, hasn't it? My notebook's still here, babe. I like the fact that you keep one of your own. I like when sometimes you'll draw something or write something for me. It actually means the world, you know. I feel so happy just knowing you care that much about me to do anything with me. I know I gotta build up that confidence, and I think I've done a good job. But there's times still when I doubt myself and that I really am good enough. I know. You don't need to sass me, 'cause I get it. I really do. I wouldn't have made it this far without you. Hell, I don't think I would have made it halfway. There's so many times where you've had my back, where you've saved me, where you've given me the hope to continue on, which is far better than preventing the wounds or dangers. You gave me hope when I gave up on that. I almost turned to something much darker. I almost lost myself. But puppy, you mean so much. You do more than you'd ever know, because you don't give yourself a chance to know how much you've done. How much you've saved me. You're my hero, baby. In so many more ways than I could ever put into words. And try as I might, my vocabulary, it's still a work in progress. There's times when I think it's elegant enough or good enough, but then I study more and I find more reasons to, I guess, be my own biggest critic. But it's not just with that. It's with hero work too. I've been harder on myself. Since things haven't gone the best, I started to get discouraged. Not that I lost hope of my dream. In fact, I still will be the number one hero. I could never stop striving for that. I guess I just realized the world isn't black and white. It isn't good and evil. And that's hard to take. A difficult pill to swallow as someone who's supposed to be a defender of justice, upholding the smiles and happiness and holding them all up on my shoulders. I guess I worry sometimes. It's a lot to live up to. These expectations and things that I still haven't quite faced. Like how I'm going to make you happy. I know you're already happy. I get that. There's going to be times when I don't know what to do. When it's going to come down to where my heart is and what I'm doing. It's going to come down to every little scrutinized detail that I need to make happen. And I know I need to face those demons when they get here. I'm just nitpicking, I guess. What? Surprised? You shouldn't be. I'm doing all this for us, as well as for not giving up on my dreams. I've realized being selfish isn't a bad thing. It's just a balancing act. Too much selfishness, and you end up like All for One. Too little, and you end up like All Might. I'm not saying I don't want to be like All Might, but more than that, I want to be like me. I can't go chasing someone's shadow and putting every responsibility on his back, or else I'd be no different than those who rely on heroes too much, trying to solve problems without ever putting any effort of their own, any of their own personal volition. Sorry. I know I can be a little lectury. I don't really mean to. Hey. What's up with you? Making me nervous like that. Not that I mind that you're wanting to get on a different topic, but I'm what? I'm cute when I'm getting all passionate about that? You can't just say things like that to me. You dummy. Of course I would blush if you'd said that. Well, I think you're totally cool and awesome and super cute too. There's times when I feel like my heart's beating out of my chest because you're a huge inspiration and a huge source of... Oh, yeah, I'm just being wordy, right? What I'm trying to say is I didn't fall in love with you for any particular reason. It's all of them put together. Those pieces of you that make you whole. Those things that you love to do that define you. And that smile. Those eyes. Those details that everybody overlooks. And I can never, ever look at anyone the way I've looked at you. I love you so much. And puppy, you make my heart flutter. Every single time I feel free with you, happy. Like I'm actually okay. I know sometimes must seem like I'm not. You've seen the darkest, most shameful parts of me. But you're still here, and I can't tell you how much that means to me. Words wouldn't do it justice. No. That love that you've shown me, just like this, the love of your hand in mine, that passionate, wonderful touch when our foreheads meet, and of course, that passionate, wonderful, unforgettable moment every time we kiss. It makes my heart sing a song. It makes me feel like I'm the luckiest guy in the world to have you. I really am. And I couldn't ask for more. Never. For all our faults together, there's nothing I want different than you. Call me spoiled. Call me naive. Call me anything you like. But never, ever get it twisted that you aren't my everything, puppy. You've shown me things more wonderful than anyone ever could. And that I'm still a person after making the mistakes I've made. That I'm not just a small, fragile soul. Not anymore. I've grown because of you. I've grown with you. And that makes the world not seem so scary, you know? It feels like a place I want to live in instead of one I'm forced to. It makes me think back. All those times, all those smiles, and all those struggles. I feel it. Even to this day. I won't regret them. And I won't regret kissing you, holding you, and making you mine. Because I've never been more serious, more passionate, more in love with this feeling and with you. You mean absolutely everything to me. And I want those gorgeous eyes to be focused on me. I want everything of your time, and I want to be greedy. Maybe it's just courage, or maybe it's just how I am now. But I'll have to return this, because I don't want you to get away or ever want to. Perhaps I'm more like a villain than some villains in that way. Because I want you to be my captive audience for life. I want to see those eyes glisten and sparkle for me. I don't want anyone else to have what we have. I know it's selfish and not something a hero should be thinking. But I don't care. I can't care about that when I'm obsessed with you. Absolutely obsessed with you. It doesn't matter what you or anyone says. What we have, I guess it came out wrong, but I won't give up no matter what. Not on you. No matter what. You understand me? What we have isn't something that could be broken, damaged, or compromised. I refuse to let it ever be contaminated or broken apart. It's the one thing. You're that one thing in my entire life that I couldn't do without. The one thing no one could ever have a say in. I love that fact too. I want everything there is to know and feel and have with you in every way. I'm greedy, and I won't apologize for it. I'll never apologize. Not for loving you like this, and not for making our lives a little better. I will apologize for plenty of other things, though. For the times that if I've ever let you down. I know it happens, we're human. We make mistakes. Heroes are still humans too. And unfortunately, so are villains. The things I learn, varied lessons, and so much in between, I'm glad we can learn them together. But I'm frustrated. I'm angry because there's never enough time. Never enough time to do everything I want to do together with you. Never enough time to kiss and hold you all day long. Never enough time to take you on all the dates I want to. I'm frustrated. Frustrated at time. And I hate it sometimes. I wish time would just fuck off already. And let us live this way. Forever and ever. I won't let it win. I swear to you on everything I am. This is personal now. This madness, this love, this obsession, this connection, I won't let it ever become less. I won't let it become something it was never meant to be. Only love. Only passion. And I'll give you everything I got, plus Ultra, no matter what. And I'll hold you with these strong arms, and I'll save you from a world that doesn't understand or care about us. Instead, I'll make up for that lack of love and give you all the more. I'll spoil you, baby. No matter what. I know I might be lacking in so many areas, and there's things that I haven't been able to do for you. But I promise you, baby, don't look away. I won't let you down. You've become my priority over these few years of knowing you. And I just want you to feel special. At the end of the day, being a hero, doing things that I always dreamed, is only made more special by the fact that sometimes I get to see you really happy. I get to see you smile from your heart and really mean it. That makes me feel so special. It makes me feel so alive, and I could never get tired of these times. Baby, won't you let me be yours? Won't you be mine forever? God, these words, they sound so nostalgic. I've probably said them before, at some point. And even then, I'll never regret them. Because I've never regretted a second of time that I've been with you, that I've held you in my arms, that I've seen this romance bloom into something more, that I've finally been able to make you feel something, anything special, because I know you deserve it. And you've made me feel so much more than anyone ever could, to the point where I don't know what I was doing with my life before. It just feels empty without you, and I know this is bordering on obsession. I know that normally people don't get this close, this fast, but I don't care. Let them judge us, as long as you're happy. I definitely am. Huh? Oh, yeah, I guess sometimes I get carried away. Those trains of thoughts keep rushing, and I guess I kind of lose myself sometimes, puppy. Does it happen to you too? I like the mysteriousness too. Those little answers you give. They always have more to them. Like a book where you can't wait to get to the next chapter. I enjoy these conversations. I do apologize if they ever seem too one-sided. I do try and listen just as well. Tell me everything. Never hold back, baby. It's okay now, because you're safe and completely accepted. Don't you know? You couldn't do a single thing wrong or say something that offends me. Not in a million billion years. Because I realized something, and it was quite startling at first, but I care about you so much, I wouldn't mind doing anything. Anything at all. Things I used to dread, even thinking about, seem as effortless as going to get groceries at the store when I'm with you. But as special and momentous as something else. It's like a combination of all my limiters and happiness and fulfillment being unlocked. I just want to make you feel just as at home. Can you feel my arms, baby? I know the scars might be intimidating, but you've told me you love these scars, and that meant the world to me. Despite what you may think, I also get self-conscious sometimes, thinking I've overdone things or that I'm damaged, that I'm not good enough. I knew you'd say that. I knew you'd say that I am, and I'm so happy that you do. You're more than good enough for me. And these arms will always be here to protect you, to wrap around you, to give you pats and love. And everything that could possibly make you smile, I want to do it. Won't you enjoy holding me and being held by me, an embrace just like this? There. Don't hold back, okay? You can express yourself and feel safe here because you're gonna be okay. We're going to be okay. I won't let anyone or anything take that smile away from you. And if I'm wrong, if I underestimate it, and it does take that smile away, I'm gonna bring it back. I'm gonna give you so many things to smile about. I'll make sure every single day is filled with all those dreams you've had since you were small. Those dreams that mean the world to you, and I can see it every time. I can see it in your eyes. Puppy, you're a dreamer just like me, and I love that. I love that about you, because every reason. I might not be the best with my words, but I'd like to think that my feelings get across. That I can convey to you how special you are, how truly amazing you've been to me. Oh, puppy, don't try and turn this around. I'm glad you think that I've done that much for you. And I'm proud if I have. But don't forget, you've done just as much for me. I wouldn't even be alive if not for you. And that's not in some guilt-trippy way. It's to say you've saved me on numerous missions where I likely probably would have been badly hurt, if not worse. And something tells me I could have gone down a much darker path if not for your support and love. And maybe it seems simple. Maybe it just seems like they're just words, but I don't want them to be. What can I do, baby, to make these words have the meaning I want them to? Action, right? I guess that would be the simple answer, right? To seal them with a kiss. To tell you how much I love you. To shower you with every praise and ounce of love I've got. I love you so much. And I don't want you to be sad anymore. And I know deep down we're both going to face times like that. There is no end to it, but we can face it together. And no one can take that away from us. They can't take each other out of us, and they can't take this bond. And I'm proud of what we've got. I'm proud of who we are and what we've done with our lives. And I wouldn't change a single second of a single day. Because even if we've made mistakes and had times when our minds wandered and our actions sucked, it still ended up being that we made it here. Even if after all this time, I never thought it would be this warm, this cozy. But right now, I feel alive. Alive and well, baby. I feel safe and happy and truly lucky to have you in my arms. To have you just like this. I know that there's many different ways things like this can play out. Relationships, love, and stories. But this is more than that. There's life in every word that sings out of your voice. And I love your voice. I know you may not at times. And I get that feeling. I don't always like mine. It's difficult. Us being our own biggest critics, right? But I'll tell you one thing. It makes me damn proud that my voice can make you smile, so have some pride in yours too. Even if it's just something small. I'm not saying you have to stay like that. If you don't like something about yourself, I'll firmly support you. Through and through. There's nothing I wouldn't support you through, baby. Nothing that's too big of a change or difference or anything that would ever make me love you less. I could never. Because you're you. And I love that wonderful, gorgeous little puppy that I fell in love with. And I want to be that man of your dreams again and again and again. No, I know, puppy. You don't have to say it. I can feel it. That connection is burning as strong as ever. And I regret nothing, and no kiss will ever be withheld. No touch held back. No passion uncounted. I'll give you everything I've got, every day, of every week, of every month, of every year. This whole damn life I've got. And you don't need to think too deeply into things. Because it's good enough, isn't it? What we have is what others dream of. And I love this little escape. The escape into your arms, where the world can't hurt me. Where I feel safe like this. You make me feel so safe. And I'll never stop striving to make you feel just as safe. But maybe there's another side to it too. Another side where maybe just a little bit of excitement and danger. As long as it's us, we have that trust. There's nothing we can't do, right? As long as you're comfortable with it. I'd like to spoil you even more. More intimately. More passionately. More. Even more. Even more still.